To how to use questions to pre-screen candidates. Let's get started. With Taleo Recruit, you can attach questions to each requisition, which are then presented to candidates when they apply online. So the Taleo Recruit Online Questions Library is a shared repository of categorized questions that can be attached to requisitions to form online questionnaires. These questions are used for the purpose of pre-screening candidates. There are three ways that question answers can be used to score candidates. The first being ACE candidates, which signifies that candidates have met all the best match answers on a requisition. Then there are knockout requisition questions, which can be used to automatically reject a candidate from the requisition only. And finally, we have knockout candidate questions, which is used to signify that the candidate will not ever be a good fit for the organizations. Candidates that are knocked out will be set to a specific requisition status automatically based on the status mapping that was configured by your administrator. So to view, add, and update questions in the library, we're going to select the requisitions menu and then select questions to go to the online questions library page. So to add a new question, we're going to click on the add question button. In the add question form, we're going to select the appropriate category for the question. So if you would like to create a new category for this question, we can type in the new category name in the text field to the right of the list, or we can pick one directly from the list. And you can categorize based on, it can be based on different departments, so that, each department has its own set of questions. So we're just going to set that as a general question. And then we select the type of the questions that, you would like to create. So the available options are text field, text box, pick list with multiple answers, or a checkbox. Depending on what type of questions you are working with, you have a different number of possible answers. So let's just go with pick list for this particular one. So checkbox questions note that only have two possible answers, right? So you either check the box or you don't check the box. So be sure not to mark a checkbox field as required if the unchecked value is valid. So for example, you can mark this as required with a question like, I certify that the data on this application is accurate. So you might want to make that as required by checking the box right here. But if it's a question like, have you ever committed a felony, then you might not want to put that required because it will force the candidate to put in a value. So text field and text box questions allow for up to 5 text answers. Text field questions have a character limit of 1,000 characters, and text box questions have an expanded character limit of 7,000 characters, enabling answers to be provided in a paragraph type form. Pick list questions allow up for 30 items to be selected from. So here we're just going to go ahead and create the questions. Authorized to work in the country that you are applying for. And we're going to put that as required. And we're just going to go ahead and save. So once you have created the question, you can optionally assign desired answers and scoring to that question for candidate ranking purposes. So to assign answers and scoring, we're going to choose answers from the action menu for that question. So let's just find the question that I just created. Are you authorized to work in the country that you're applying for? So we're just going to go ahead and click on that. And once the question is created, now as you can see here, we have the answers that we can click on to insert all the possible answers. As mentioned, there's 30 possible values they can enter. So we're just going to put a yes, and we're going to put a no. Now, in terms of question scoring, so for each possible answer, you can assign a score or no score if you wish by selecting a value between 0 and 15 in the score pick list. You can also check the box for a possible answer if that determines if the candidate's going to be ace or not. If they're going to be knocked out on the candidate, if it's going to be a knockout candidate or knockout requisition answer type of answers. So candidates that meet all ACE answers will have an ACE icon in Taleo. And candidates that are disqualified based on knockout questions will be assigned to specific requisition status based on configuration by the administrators. And scores are set at the question level and are default only. So how does the scoring system work? So let's say you have, 5 questions that are asked of the candidate, and the maximum score on each question is 10 for a possible of 50. And once they answer all the questions, if they got 40 out of 50, in return their percentage will be 80%. So that's how the scoring system would work. And to attach these questions to a requisitions, let's just go to the requisition tab. And let's just pick on any requisition here. So once your requisition is created, you're going to have a questions and ranking section that's going to apply right here. And here you can attach your questions that you have created, or if ever you want to group questions into a bundle, you can attach as a bundle as well, and then save your requisition. And the questions will automatically be on that requisition, and the candidates will need to answer these questions when they're applying online. Now, how do we make these questions visible on the career site? If we go to administration, we go to customize recruit, and under the customize pages section, let's just select career center pages. And here, as you can see, we have rec specific questions and fields, which is where the questions would show up. So we're just going to go ahead and edit that. And you just want to make sure that the requisition specific questions is not hidden and part of your applicant workflow. So once that's done, you're all set in terms of your questions. Now, how do you view these questions from within a candidate file? So now if we go to the requisitions tab again, and I select the number of candidates to go to the candidate list, what you can do is you can put the rank as part of the column. So as you can see here, we're talking about scoring system and providing scores to get a percentage. We can see the percentage of how these answers were provided by the candidate, which gives you easy access and easy viewing to the percentage, and allows you to quickly determine and pre-screen candidates based off of that rank. And if we were to just access a candidate and we just scroll down, if we go here, we will see all the questions and how they've been answered by the candidate. So I hope this video was useful to you on how to set up questions, how to assign questions to your requisitions, and how to see these answers and to see the rank of these questions from within the candidate file. Have a great day.